Pakistan.
Each other, please. Watch the back of the head, spine. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Back to your corners.
Anita Karim in the grey shirt.
Judge. Judge.
Gita Suharsono
Judge.
in
Time.
all black with the
Ready?
blonde hair.
Ready? Go!
Gita is 26 years old, 4 years older than her opponent. This is a catchweight contest. Much the taller woman, isn't she, Gita?
Very much so. She has a huge range advantage.
15 centimeters, the height difference.
Wow.
168 to 153.
That is a massive difference. And let's see if she can utilize that to get some strikes in.
Oh, she takes a left hand to the chin there. You're expecting Anita Karim with a lower center of gravity, perhaps, to have a more solid punch. And when she lands that on the jaw, who knows? Could be all over.
Well, Anita Karim is moving very quickly, actually. She's very light on her feet, and she's effectively landing strikes, and she actually manages to move in, break down the distance, and get on the inside of Gita. So if she does that a lot more in this position, Gita is going to have to switch up her game, get a takedown, work on the ground. She does not want to stand up with someone like Anita that's moving so quickly.
Oh, good left hand from Anita. And Suharsono, with those longer arms, you can tell is just naturally a little bit slower. Not quite on the pace of her opponent, who, if she can spring inside those long arms, you get the impression might be able to wreak some damage.
I mean, Gita really needs to start throwing her hands out. She needs to do some jabs, some big crosses, you know, and that's what's going to pay dividends. It's going to take away the confidence of Anita Karim, but that was a good elbow on the exit there.
Yeah, it was. Long levers can provide some big power.
Looking to see what they want to do next. Pull back on that kick attempt.
More energy exerted by Anita Karim, that's for sure.
A big exchange here, lots of swinging around. Okay, both are tied up. Anita had a double underhook there, which is a body lock. Let's see what she does from there. But predominantly Muay Thai.
Gita composed enough in that clinch to throw in a few knees.
She's looking a bit more confident now. Look at that.
She is now.
grin.
Yeah, a little bit of a grin there. Eased herself into this one as we approach the halfway mark of the first round.
She's still eating
Oh,
shots.
ate a big right hand there. Swing and a miss from Gita Suharsono.
Because Gita goes in at punch distance with the kicks.
And she's getting caught quite liberally there. Anita's attacks are furious at times.
They are. She is furious, and she is landing. She's breaking on the exit there with a good left hand.
Exchanging knees. Anita certainly seems to be the more powerful of the two. 2 minutes left in this opening round.
Gita needs to keep those kick distances correct. Right now she's throwing kicks in punching range, and Anita just has to move in a little bit more to be able to get a hand thrown out and land on Gita's face.
She's got the obvious advantage of range, hasn't she? She could, if she has the ability, conduct this at her own pace, at her own distance, with those long legs and long arms. And at the moment, Anita's coming inside those arms far too often, landing punches upstairs and down.
Now let's see what happens from here, because Anita has got good clinch game. It appears that Gita is able to throw in a few knees. Gita wants to get this to the ground, I guess, so she can throw down some BJJ techniques.
Anita doing all she can to stop that left leg coming up and knocking her in the ribs. The two techniques she used there was one to put her own leg on Gita's thigh, the other one, of course, to use her hand and keep that left leg pushed down on the canvas.
Clean Muay Thai technique.
Final minute of the opening round then. It's been a nice one. I like how these two styles, these two different body types are matching up. 15 centimeters is quite a chunk of height to give away, but Anita is making that differential work to her advantage at the moment.
Right now, Gita is not utilizing that range advantage at all. She just threw the kick out, and Anita caught it and replied with some punches. a big kick hitting the air too far or too short. It's not quite right yet. She's going to have to get that range perfected in the second round of this matchup.
Anita's nickname is the arm collector. We haven't seen evidence of that just yet. She's certainly a head collector. That's another left hand that landed nicely. And has to be said, Gita's taken all of these punches very well. Nobody seemed in particular danger to the punches that have been landed. That's a good first round, Pete.
Yeah, Gita was just brushing those strikes off. Here we see a big right elbow, a left elbow, followed by a right overhand there. And Gita trying the knee, follows up with an elbow on the exit. And here again, Gita with that kick to the ribs, caught, and then Anita managing to throw off several strikes of her own.
Well, as you were watching that replay, I'm watching what you're seeing now, the two women in the ring, and Anita sitting down, listening to her corner man, Gita standing up. For the most part, her arms were aloft above her head, and they're just shaking those arms out.
Is there something wrong with the red corner? Because
that's where it's happening every time, isn't it? It must be a dodgy stool over there.
It must be a dodgy stool. 3 of our athletes have decided to stand up in between rounds on several occasions over there in the red corner.
Maybe it's a better view from that corner of the ring.
It could be, especially if you're standing up. Maybe they can see us. Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
That's what it is.
Ready.
That's what it is.
Ready.
Anita Karim of Pakistan against Gita Suharsono of Indonesia. Enthralling first 5 minutes, this one.
We go trying to engage, trying to get that distance right from Gita there with that kick followed by a cross. Not hitting, out of range.
Now she's got the arms up nice and high, Gita, wary of the punches that had come in previously. It's a higher guard than we saw in the first round, and she's certainly got those eyes wide open. Bit of a square-on stance from the hips up. She's not a side-on boxer by any means, is she? She's very square from the top up.
Very, very square, and she's not really much of a boxer at all. She's not throwing enough hands out.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, she's got her hand out, and when it's outstretched, she doesn't even need to go into that clinch distance. She could have landed those jabs, and been very happy with her like 1, 2, 3 combination.
Anita sent in a right hand that hurt Gita there, and there was another one as well. One low on the chin, one high up on the forehead, but Gita smiles back, saying, "I'm not hurt."
She doesn't appear to be taking much damage from Anita's onslaughts.
That's true, yeah. She hasn't been particularly bothered by what Anita has thrown at her so far.
And that might be part of the reason why she's happy to continue down the path she has taken.
She's giving every indication that she's really enjoying this, the Indonesian.
I can just see from here, we are side on, Anita and Gita, and Gita could easily land jabs.
And kicks from distance as well, you think?
Even more so,
yeah.
Yes. I'm excited to see where Gita's going to take this match, because she has Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. I want to see if maybe during the end of round 2 or during round 3, we see this contest go to the mats.
If you had an athlete that shape, Gita's shape, the first thing you coach her to do surely is throw out a decent jab.
Jab.
Teep kick.
Jab, teep kick, side kick for ultra long range distance. That would also beat down Muay Thai as well. Side kick is longer than any other Muay Thai kick available. And with that range at her weight, it would be a phenomenal bit of artillery to have.
Because there's no question, when the two come to close quarters, it is Anita who lands the punches. They are heavy, but as we've remarked, Gita doesn't seem to be particularly bothered by them.
She's just shrugging them off.
She is, and that's what makes this a really engaging contest, and we're just past the halfway mark as well.
Gita rather, is just smiling across to Anita, and I want to see her do some more. They're both of our athletes. They're taking it too easy.
Well, they're not hiding though, are they? I mean, no. they're staring each other down. They're in each other's faces. Nobody's backing off.
Playing more of a mental game, maybe.
Yes.
Stop.
Okay, something has happened.
I think.
Neutral corner.
Kick to the cup.
Yes, a low blow.
Neutral corner.
So that means that Gita has to retreat to a neutral corner, and Anita will get an injury timeout, which theoretically could be as long as 5 minutes to recover.
it is potentially just as painful for men as it is for women to receive a low blow like that. And sometimes 5 minutes is just not enough. But I'm sure Anita will be back up and running as soon as she can be.
There we go. There is the writing on the wall. Athletes allowed 5 minutes for medical examination and recovery. If, though, they're unable to recover within that allotted time, we will go back to an official decision. No need for that here, though. Bit of confusion between the handshake and punches that were coming in there. Oh, what a good left hand.
Oh, that was a solid overhand from Anita to Gita.
No doubt that they were in combative form just at that moment. The left hand certainly came in, landed flush, but once again, Gita took it admirably. Has not shown any indication that she's the worse for wear from these punches that are coming in. Now, we've got another low blow here.
Injury time.
And we may be in a position where Gita gets warned. Clearly accidental. There's no intention here to foul. But one has to be a little bit disciplined.
Last warning, okay?
Another warning, yes, last warning. Now we see over in Anita Karim's corner, Bashir Ahmad from PAC MMA. And recently, Anita received an award for Best Female Athlete from
Let's
PAC
see it
MMA.
again.
Boom.
Yeah, and that's quite clear,
That
isn't
was
it?
clean, that was flush.
It's very central.
You're very, very central. And I do believe that would do a lot of pain.
So that's the last warning. The judges may be influenced by the 2 warnings that have been given so far.
Okay.
Indeed, they may.
Where's your corner?
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. Let's see. Let's hope they go
injury time.
very explosive towards the end of
corner ready.
round
Blue
2
corner
and
ready,
into
go.
round 3, and we get an amazing finale to this matchup.
Anita, for the second time, hasn't come anywhere close to taking the allotted 5 minutes that she could have taken. So let's hope that's a good sign of that she's in perfectly good health and can continue at full pace. Final minute of this second round.
I need to throw a head kick out there, but no spice behind it. Another one, but the range
Bit
is
more
off.
spice, that one, but
More
the range certainly off, yeah.
Oh,
Nice left hand.
good shots from Anita.
I'm quite impressed that Gita is just able to brush these off.
I wouldn't be able to brush those off. I'd be on the canvas.
Not marked, not phased in any way. She's never looked wobbly, never taken a backward step either. That's another good left hand from Anita that landed high up on the jaw, just around the ear area.
She got another right and then a left, which landed cleaner on the jaw. Did Anita to Gita just after that.
We're approaching the 2/3 mark here, Pete.
Yes,
Anita ahead?
I think, yes, in the judges' eyes, she's got more damage.
10 seconds.
And she's got a couple of, she's been getting the flurries. She's been winning the exchanges, and I think that would put her ahead.
It got a bit testy at the end there. Nice couple of punches. Landed again high up on the head, which is some feat given the height distance.
It is
She's
indeed.
managing to connect up around the hairline there. But just for the first time, you saw Gita get a little bit exasperated.
She did. Gita threw out that kick, she got caught, and Anita replied with punches. And here, big overhand left there. Solid landing on Gita's face. And again, we're going back to what the judges are saying. 2 warnings against Gita for groin shots.
Yeah, and how impactful will that be on how the judges view this?
Currently, I think Anita has enough in the damage and striking columns against Gita, and Gita has thrown out those couple of penalty kicks. So I do think right now, unless Gita does some good work, it's going to go Anita's way.
I'm interested to see now if Gita can carry forward that little bit of anger she had in the last 10 seconds there into this 3rd round, because what she may have lacked in amongst perhaps a number of other things is a little bit of anger here. Anita's the one that's been the aggressor, and if Gita can perhaps utilize that energy, that emotion, she might be able to turn things around.
Let's see if they can engage faster. Maybe Gita is going to go and do her ground fighting, but we're going to have to see a takedown before that happens. Will she set up a takedown with one of these kicks? Will she set up a takedown with one of the punches? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I think she's quite content and complacent just standing up, trading with Anita, and she shouldn't be.
And it's been a very good workwoman-like performance from Anita. Oh, another good right hand. She lands solidly, and yet again, Gita seems unfazed by it. But it's been a good, consistent amount of work that Anita has put in the grey shirt there, coming forward all the time, landing solid punches. She was nearly on the end of a back elbow there.
That would have been nasty. But Anita right now is putting in an outstanding amount of punches in bunches when the exchanges come.
And she is as busy and as energetic as she seemed in the opening minute.
On her toes, bouncing around.
Good cardio, paced herself well. Actually, both of these women have done that. Neither of them look particularly fatigued. 3.5 minutes left.
Action!
I can see why Anita's not throwing too many kicks to the legs, but you can see him just there. Just go for it. Get some leg kicks off. Chop the tree down.
Is there much point for Anita now to expose herself?
There's not much
this stage.
Point really, but I just can't see Gita being very dangerous with her strikes. So maybe if you put some red marks on the inside of the leg of Gita, it's going to visually spark something in the judge's mind. Because there's no damage to the face of Gita. She's just rubbed it off her shoulders.
Gita moves a little bit, reminds me a little bit of somebody who's performing capoeira, the way she moves.
She does indeed. She's like moving slowly, calmly from side to side.
And that sport lacks a certain zest in the movement, doesn't it?
Well, you're essentially fighting air.
So well said. Yeah.
But it is a kata, of course. It's not the real thing, you know. What we see with capoeira, that is, of course, a very dangerous martial arts. And some of the kicks that come out of capoeira are the most powerful kicks.
Yes. They're long. They're long kicks. They come from a way back with lovely movement and back snap that Anita's been showing. And that's come to the fore.
There we go. Catching that outside kick again and throwing a flurry of punches is Anita. Again, Gita wasting her time doing that front kick.
Has she landed once with that?
Not once.
Not around the head area, certainly.
No. I've not seen it land one time.
Inside the last 2 minutes then. Anita seems to have this bout in her control. Gita Suharsono, the Indonesian, needs to step things up.
Gita showing some grimace there as Anita lands another 3 shots from close range after Gita throws out a long kick, and Anita steamrolls in, breaks the distance down, throws those punches and bunches. She's doing those kicks now to the outside of the front leg of the now southpaw Gita.
Yeah, hit the trunk and the tree will come down.
Correct, indeed. Ooh. Gita's got a bit of grimace on the face now. Now it looks like things have mounted up, possibly.
And there's still just over a minute.
Big right hand from Anita there, lands flush.
Has she timed this perfectly, the Indonesian? She's got a confident smile on her face.
Is she going to pull something out of the bag in the last minute?
Nice kick to the rib cage. Got under the elbow.
That was the second now.
Here we go.
Kick. Has she left it too late, though?
Too little, too late, perhaps. Let's see what she can unravel in the last 45 seconds.
Just one a little bit higher to the jaw. Might be enough, but she's got to set it up.
Anita's still moving well, though, still showing signs that she's got energy, but now just warming to the task. She just mistimed this. It's almost like she's shaping up for a 12-rounder.
Yeah, it could be. This is not a boxing match. This is mixed martial arts. 3 rounds, and now in the last 15 minutes of the 5 minutes of round number 3.
Got to get your stuff done early.
Anita getting another blow on the break just there. Gita throwing in the kick. Anita doing what she has to do.
Enjoyed that enthralling contest. Clash of styles, clash of body types. Anita Karim has her hands in the air, as does Gita Suharsono.
I'm not so sure Gita should have her hands up in the air. I don't think she worked hard enough to be able to get the W for this, whereas Anita, through punches and bunches, off the break of catching the kicks that Gita threw out.
What a chin, though, that Gita has. You don't win contests by having a supreme chin. Anita is the one that threw the punches. She sinks to her knees, goes straight to her opponent to congratulate her on her effort. Anita Karim Has she impressed Rich Franklin?
When I first started training martial arts, Okinawan Shorin-ryu was the first karate I ever did. I ended up earning my